Hello and welcome to Jumpstart number 5. This is all about advanced nade jumps, namely nade jumping while you are still moving and skiing. Since Tier 2 moved to more health and less damage on the grenades, this has become extremely important. Back in the old days, the 6v6 days, nades just crushed people. They did so much damage, and they were really easy to use. And although the grenade launcher is still a very good weapon at long range when you can't use the disc reliably, it's also a tool to move stuff around, including yourself, all the time because of the lower damage. Just like a stationary nade jump, a nade jump on the move relies on timing. You have to rely on the fact that the grenade is going to bounce, it's going to slowly time off and explode, and you're going to need to use that to put the grenade in your path and have it blow up when you need it to.
Hi. Hi!
Unlike a stationary nade jump where you just sort of put it on the ground and then you go on top of it, you know, moving around, the object is to have the nade go in your path so you don't have to worry about moving. You're just worrying about aiming the grenade. The most important thing to remember with nade jumping on the move is that it's much better to get it too far behind you than too far ahead of you.
Take the flag from me!
You also need to make sure you're right with the timing, which is you know, it kind of coincides with the aim, but anyways, it's just making sure that the grenade blows up around the time that you reach the ground. So you see, shooting a grenade from too high up, it's just going to blow up, so you be near the ground, at that distance where the grenade is going to bounce instead of blow up on impact. You let it bounce, you go over it, and then it blows up behind you.
Take the flag from me!
You also need to be aiming yourself and being conscious of your height off the ground. If you're close to the ground, the nade is close to the ground, so it's pretty much going to be pushing you straight forwards, going really fast. If you're off the ground, especially if you're closer to the grenade, then it can push you up. So, I mean, either one can be good depending on the circumstances. You just have to control it yourself. A lot of practice.
Take the flag from me!
And you'll notice here, I do miss a lot of grenades, and that's okay. As long as you miss behind you, just make sure you miss behind you. It's really important. If you get a grenade that blows up in front of you, you are gonna completely screw everything up forever. Don't do it. Here you notice, even though I'm using a lot of hills in my skiing, I'm making sure I avoid putting the grenades there. It's so much easier to just put the grenades on the flat ground for the boosting, and then use the terrain to move myself around and go up. So when you can, avoid having to put the grenades on steep terrain. It's a lot easier if you get the boosting effect from the grenades on flat ground. So now I'm going to start using the grenades to move myself to the sides. I shoot the grenade off to the right, hits me on my right, I bounce off to the left, to my right again, I bounce off to the left. And that can be pretty useful for when you have chasers and you need to, you know, change your direction, not be so predictable. Or, you know, just when you're skiing around, you feel like turning to your left. You can also turn to your right. That's good too. Another common thing you'll see is people will be going for the flag, and as they're getting close to it, they put that nade that goes directly on the flag, and then as they pass over it, they catch the flag, they get boosted away as quickly as possible. That's great, because you're going to be vulnerable when you're getting the flag. Everybody's looking at you, everybody's shooting at you, so, you know, put a nade there, get away. So try to incorporate these nade jumps into your game. You should be using them very, very often. They're just so powerful to get you skiing around, doing what you need to do. You can either start by loading up a map, just skiing around, shooting nades everywhere, or you can work it into your game in a live game. Whatever you need to do, but this has to be part of your game if you want to be a better player. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're watching this when it's released, the draft is coming up. It's set for May 8th. That's next Sunday, and I hope you see everybody there.